What's good, guys? Today we're going to be breaking down Yair Rodriguez and the mastery of his unconventionality. I have a little bit of trouble pronouncing that word, but I'm going to give my boy Ted some credit, guys. Give him a follow on Twitter, guys. Aspiring combat sport analyst, guys. He made an awesome thread. This is why I love Twitter, man. Twitter has the best threads. Let's get right to it. While many will be focusing, and rightfully so, on the amazing main event, I have instead decided to draw attention to the other man who competed for the belt on Saturday. Yair Rodriguez, who put on a brilliant performance versus Josh Emmett to become the interim featherweight champion. We're gonna be breaking down the fight against Josh Emmett. This guy put a bunch of clips together, and I thought that this was an amazing thread. Please give him a follow, guys. Check out his Twitter; it's amazing. Yair found a home for the southpaw body kick almost instantly. It was obvious that Emmett absolutely hated these. Yair would move laterally in a squared stance and quickly bounce to either stance in order to surprise Josh and keep him guessing in regards of what he threw next. So I'm gonna mute it. He's always switching stances. Yair Rodriguez is a guy who is unconventional. And I just found out this word unconventionality today, but like unconventional is the word that like I would describe him. This guy is so good. Josh Emmett, I thought that this was a masterful performance on Josh Emmett. Sets up the body kicks, the way he's able to avoid damage, the way he's able to avoid interactions and engagements. He's able to disengage and engage like almost simultaneously. While this squared stance does put Yair in danger, being in an awful position if he were to get hit, it allowed him to hide his stance switches and opened up opportunities to land the southpaw body kick before Emmett realized he was even in position to do so. So if we look at this clip, later in the fight, Emmett started raising his knee to try and assist with the blocking of the kicks because they were troubling him so much. Rodriguez was able to read this and started to utilize different tools to surprise Josh, who was expecting the body kick. I thought that this was an amazing clip. In round two, Emmett was getting used to the body kicks a little bit, so he sets it up. Sets up the high kick. Now here, Rodriguez feints a straight. He feints a rear straight, causing Josh to react and raise his guard, while getting him to think about defending upstairs. This leaves Emmett with less time to react when the low kick is thrown. Therefore, it lands with a little adversity. So he's talking about the leg kicks. He's talking about basically Yair's leg kicks with the way he's able to throw them subtly, and it's not telegraphed. He feints he feints upstairs. Here, let me see if I can. He feints upstairs. He doesn't throw it. He has Josh Emmett reacting. And then he throws the kick. And this kick was able to get Emmett like off his balance completely. I thought that was another great example on how he's able to set up his range of motions and his different versatility of attacks. This displays the stark difference in reaction time between the two men. Yair throws a spinning kick which narrowly misses, while Emmett is admiring his work of getting out the way. He is caught with a rear straight from Rodriguez, who already reset. So this is another example on how Yair Rodriguez is able to reset. How he's able to reset after he throws his kicks. And I believe Michael Bisping said that's the difference between the two of them. But he throws spinning kick. Josh Emmett moves back out the way. And he's already off the foot throwing. He's already throwing. Boom! He's already throwing. And whether obviously he's not placing his feet all the way down, but it still lands, and that's enough. That's enough to stagger Emmett and get him off his rhythm. Keeping him guessing. Ted is awesome, man. Ted is amazing at these threats. Yair also showed improvements in the clinch. He controls the wrist once ready to disengage. He does so with a knee and straight. Throwing on the clinch break is a great way to catch your opponent out of position and also prevent them from hitting you on the way out. So he's very good at knowing when to step in and when to step out of range. He grabs the wrist And you know you're not supposed to put your hands inside the glove, so he does a good job at using his bicep and his forearm to hold the arm intact. And Josh Emmett is trying to get out. He holds his head, throws a knee to the body, and he was able to land a little. He was able to land a little punch. Yair's just so fast. It doesn't have that much power on it, but it lands and it does, and it touches him. Josh Emmett throws a spinning elbow. Yair sees it. Yair's already outside of the way. We can watch this clip in full time.
It's not as easy to take Yair down as it used to be. He's made a ton of adjustments. Keeps the balance. It's not as easy to take Yair down as it used to be. He's made a ton of adjustments.
Yair's takedown defense is amazing. I can't wait for this fight against Ortega. We're really going to see. And I believe this goes past the first round. The first fight with Ortega, you know, he popped his shoulder, but this is going to be an absolute war in my opinion. Or a masterclass. We look at right here, it says here Rodriguez enters into range and immediately starts to control the wrist. Once it is clear Josh isn't trying to free his wrist and instead just move backwards, Yair takes advantage of the wrist, controlling by throwing an elbow over the top where Emmett can't defend himself. I thought that this was another example on how sly he is. He's very sly. We can slow it down. We can slow this down. He goes in. Emmett doesn't know what he's going to throw. He immediately grabs the wrist. Emmett's moving backwards. And as he's letting go of that wrist, he's able to, with the same arm, throw a nice elbow. He doesn't even move back for it. He just goes into it. And that is with his momentum. And Emmett gets a little, you know, off balance. It's pretty good considering Emmett didn't expect that. By the end of the second round, Josh respected everything Yair had, meaning he gave big reactions to every feint. Emmett began to lift his leg and lower his stance, presumably because he was expecting a body kick. Instead, he ate a flying knee for his troubles. So look at this. This is one of the best clips. This is the best clip of the thread.
Can't get on the inside. He can't use those jabs. He can't use the feet to close the distance because Yair's constantly attacking him.
He gets taken down, but that knee still lands. And if we look at this fight, how he enters is one of the most important aspects of Yair Rodriguez. He feints the leg kick. Emmett doesn't react. Feints the spinning. Emmett reacts hard to this. And then he comes in. One. And then he switches stances as he throws. He switches stances, comes towards him, and just jumps at him. And Emmett didn't know what to do, so he shot. And it's not this knee that's going to land. It's his left knee. Boom. Move Josh Emmett's head back. Emmett's able to take him down, but we know that Yair ended up actually submitting him. Whenever Emmett was in Yair's guard, he was usually content to just sit there, not wanting to posture up or risk Yair exploding out. Rodriguez took advantage of this by throwing elbows off his back, which were able to create space in between the two. So Emmett was just laying on him. And he's able to throw massive elbows from the top. And he extends his whole body. And throws. And that's what cut up Emmett, I believe. I remember seeing, and you can see Emmett is he's almost panicking, just trying to get him to stop throwing the elbows. See, he doesn't even see what's going on. He's just so scared of what's coming next. And these were some vicious elbows from the bottom. It was hard. It's hard to keep Yair Rodriguez down. And finally, the finish. Rodriguez is nothing but nothing to be underestimated on the ground. He manages to get his left leg over Josh's head and threaten an armbar, causing Emmett to pull his arm out, giving Yair the perfect opportunity to apply the triangle and finish him into the fight. Guys, Yair did this in under 15 minutes. He did this in less than 10 minutes. Yair Rodriguez, when has Josh Emmett been finished so fast? He has never been finished this fast, Josh Emmett, in my opinion. I don't remember him being finished this fast. It takes a masterful striker, unconventional, like this to beat him. He sometimes does cheat a little bit, you know, as we saw his toes inside the cage, but you got to do what you got to do to win. He tries the arm bar, and just his length of his legs just threatens Emmett. You know, as soon as you feel those legs go on you, you're like, oh shit, I gotta get out. Like, I gotta move. Boom! Boom! And then he gets him into the triangle. Isn't that crazy the way he's able to transition? He's pulling on an armbar, and then boom! He locks his feet behind Emmett, lands to fluster Emmett, and then he's able to pull his leg down with his right hand and secure the lock. There was 45 seconds on the clock. Emmett slipped right into his game. We know that he can pull this off on maybe Ortega too. He tried to do a little submission off Ortega and ended up popping his shoulder. I still count it as a submission. You know, obviously it was an injury, but he probably would have been submitted if he didn't get injured. And then he taps. Literally less than 5-second choke, and he taps Emmett. The triangle locks in right about now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then he taps. He doesn't want to tap. You can see Emmett has so much heart, man. Emmett's a dog. He doesn't want to tap, and then he taps. He's like, I'm out. Immediately, Yair Rodriguez gives him his respect, but this was when Yair Rodriguez won the interim title. There are still glaring holes in his game, such as very poor boxing, squaring his stance as he enters, being a liability on the inside. But Yair Rodriguez has shown in his fight versus Holloway this title-winning performance why he deserves to be among the elite of 145. And I thought that this was an amazing thread, man. Shout out to Ted, man. Ted Bratby. Guys, give him a follow, man. This guy's an absolute demon. He says to finish it out, thank you for reading my thread. If you would like to add anything or feel I got something wrong, then please feel free to let me know. I thought that this was a perfect breakdown and thread, guys. If you guys like this or feel like any exchanges or anything important was missed, write it down in the comments. Let me know your most anticipated fight for this Saturday. My most anticipated fight is Yair Rodriguez versus Ortega. Brian Ortega, T City. I haven't seen T City fight last time he fought was in 2022. Like, it's about time we get some T City, baby. Guys, drop a like on the video, guys. And I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the fights on Saturday, guys. And the best is blessed, baby. Stay safe, guys.